Great answer.
Regardless if they have $1 million or not. I want you to feel like it.
Okay, so talking about money, let's talk about money. How did you get the gig with Floyd Mayweather? I know how difficult.
Now he's fighting Deji. Is he broke?
Is it?
Is Mayweather broke?
Are y'all new here?
Yeah.
Is he broke?
Yeah.
He's broke.
See reports. You mentioned 100 million for Floyd. The reports are 130. First off, he's never gotten 100 million for a fight, not even remotely close. But there's reports of 130. Wow. There's reports online that Floyd's a billionaire. There's reports that he was the highest paid athlete in this year.
A former staff member of Floyd Mayweather Jr. has come forward alleging that the boxing legend is struggling financially while covering it up with flashy shows of luxury. The insider claims he showcases wealth regardless of his real financial condition and frequently speaks about massive riches to protect his public image, even when his actual bank balance may not reflect that reality.
I specialize.
Great answer.
Regardless if they have $1 million or not. I want you to feel like it.
Okay, so talking about money, let's talk about money. How did you get the gig with Floyd Mayweather? I know how difficult it is for women to get jobs in male-dominated careers. I have a friend that is the only female licensed boxing promoter in the world, so I know some of the challenges you must have come across. So tell me how you got this gig.
Well, first of all, what a lot of people don't know, Floyd and I have been friends since 2001. And I used to work at a barbershop that he used to come to, and he already had a barber. So I think already, it was just something that was inevitable that was going to happen eventually.
Still, Logan Paul has pointed out an issue that many supporters can't ignore. If Floyd Mayweather Jr. is truly as rich as he claims, why does he keep agreeing to unusual exhibition bouts? The decision has fueled ongoing questions about his financial stability. These appearances, widely viewed as low-risk paydays, give the impression that he may be chasing fast money instead of focusing on preserving his legacy. The uncertainty remains. If his wealth is fully secure, what explains taking part in such uneven matchups? The choice of opponents and the lack of real competition only add to the belief that he could be relying on these events to offset. Floyd Mayweather Jr. has publicly insisted that his financial obligations have been settled. Information linked to the Internal Revenue Service indicates a different situation. Government records reportedly show that he still carries millions of dollars in outstanding tax debt. The gap between his statements and the agency's documentation points to a concerning financial picture. This does not appear to involve a small overdue balance, but rather a substantial obligation. The contrast raises questions about whether his confident public image is designed to project strength and control, while his actual financial standing may be far less stable.
Imagine getting a letter from the IRS saying you owe millions in taxes. That is how Floyd Mayweather got knocked out by the IRS in 2022. Floyd had some issues with his taxes for the year 2017. The government checked his tax return and found a problem, so they informed him about it on February 2nd, 2022. He claimed a big expense of about $14 million that he says he paid for legal expenses. The government didn't agree with this expense and said it was a lie. So they said he owed about $5.5 million more in taxes because of it. They also said he had to pay an additional $1.1 million in penalties for making mistakes on his tax return. That was how Floyd got KO'd into the hot water with the tax authorities. Comment on the word free below this video and I'll send you access to a free call where you can discuss your tax situation with the most experienced attorney and get the best possible recommendations in a few minutes. Make sure you're following so you can receive the link immediately after your comment.
From diamond-studded watches to a garage packed with exotic vehicles, Floyd Mayweather Jr. has built his persona around a flashy display of wealth. Yet this constant focus on luxury sparks the question, what happens when the public gaze moves on? He has created a narrative that ties self-worth directly to material possessions, linking his identity to visible riches. When income slows or streams diminish, upholding that image becomes a real challenge. This reliance on outward signs of wealth has only fueled speculation about potential financial instability behind the scenes.
I don't understand why the need to package. These things Africans, black people do, packaging. They appear to be. Why do you want to appear to be rich instead of be rich? I'm not into this. I mean, you just propaganda. It's just said he bought 400 million flats in New York, and none of them were real. Why do you feel the need to embarrass yourself like that? Just live your life and enjoy. Nobody cares how much Bugatti you got. Nobody cares about how much Ferrari or how much watch your watch cost, 18 million, whatever. Nobody cares. These are all liabilities. As soon as you buy the watch, you can't sell it for 18 million again. It's not physically possible. It's not an asset. He's gonna go bankrupt soon.
However, one of Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s former exhibition rivals, Deji, shed light on the personal vulnerabilities behind the glamorous facade. He remembered an instance where a seemingly innocent remark from a fan visibly annoyed Floyd. Rather than dismissing it, Floyd responded defensively, showing that outside opinions still affect him. His tendency to assert dominance over minor interactions suggests an underlying insecurity. Even with his legendary accomplishments, he seems to seek reassurance and validation in addition to public admiration.
I'm not asking how much, but did you get paid at least some of it up front?
Yes.
Okay. Because obviously Logan, when he fought, he keeps talking about how he still hasn't got anything.
Yeah.
And now you have fought him.
Yeah.
You got some of it at least.
I mean, I just have better manager, agent, all of that.
Although you may not have done it if Logan had just been paid, right? Like maybe you needed Logan to...
No, it's because it's like, remember when I fought Vinny Hackett?
No, yeah.
Yeah, true. No one
Same
of that
thing
event got
happened.
paid.
Everyone apart from
You and Gibb, right?
Yeah, me and Gibb, we got paid.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
shout out manager.
Yeah.
I don't know, can I say his name?
yeah, say him, yeah.
Shout out Lim.
Chiverano.
I'm like,
Man like
Can we
Chiverano.
say-
Oh, really?
oh my god, he's so fake and he's insecure as hell. And the thing is, I don't even care about saying all this stuff. Yeah, you're not gonna fight me, are you, bitch? He's so insecure. So let me just tell you like some things that happened. So this was the Dubai podcast. For some reason, he's just making these noises, slap, slap, slap to his whole team, slap, slap, and just doing, just making some weird noises. It made no sense. And then one of my fans said, "Hey yo, Deji, I flew all the way from the UK for this." And then he you don't have to respond to that,
No, you
but he
don't.
responds being like, "It don't matter, man. You in Dubai now." Like why?
Like
Tensions rose when Logan Paul revealed he was taking legal steps against Floyd Mayweather Jr. over unpaid compensation from their bout. What was meant to be a headline-making spectacle appears to have ended in conflict and mistrust. If Floyd's finances are truly solid, questions remain as to why payments would be postponed or avoided. The legal case could uncover deeper financial mismanagement and highlight a pattern where commitments are overlooked, while funds continue to flow into new projects.
Or is that something that you can't disclose
No,
right now?
he has not paid me in full. That is a fact.
No
Short
way.
a few mil, yeah.
Wow. Still a few mil.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Have you been in contact with him?
Nah, we're taking this for the court.
No. Are you being serious? Is this like a
Do I look serious, lady?
You do. I'm just making sure. I apologize.
Really?
I'm just...
Nah, I'm fucking with you. I'm not fucking with you. Yeah, we're taking it to the court.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So other
Yeah,
than
see you in the
that,
courtroom. Congrats, you're going to prison, Floyd.
oh my goodness.
In one of his more unusual antics, Floyd Mayweather Jr. was spotted making a bank deposit entirely in $1 bills. While the moment grabbed attention, it also seemed designed to turn an ordinary transaction into a dramatic display. These kinds of stunts emphasize the performative side of his persona. They prioritize image over practicality. It leaves observers wondering whether there's real substance behind the show, or if it's simply a meticulously crafted illusion.
Money Man is getting ready. But Super Bowl weekend, Las Vegas, he had to get the ones. Make it rain. See them? Well, yeah. I need everybody. Had girl collection Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the Super Bowl, but whoever win or lose, it don't matter. I need everybody there. Girl collection. Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has long taken an assertive approach to generating income. Yet, as additional reports come to light, questions about ethics arise. From exaggerating claims about his earnings to conflicts over unpaid sums, the distinction between sharp business sense and questionable tactics becomes unclear. Rather than focusing on transparent, sustainable ventures, some of his strategies appear driven more by leveraging attention and hype than by long-term planning.
Floyd Mayweather is the most successful boxer in history with a 50-0 record and one of the wealthiest athletes of all time with $1 billion in earnings. But I bet you didn't know it all started with a $750,000 bet on himself. Here's the wild story. In 2006, Floyd Mayweather was 10 years into his boxing career and earning over $5 million per fight. At the time, Mayweather was signed to Bob Arum's Top-Rank Boxing promotion, a partnership which saw Arum get 25% of Mayweather's fight purse. But Mayweather wanted more, and in 2006, he turned down $8 million to fight Antonio Margarita and said he deserved $20 million to fight Oscar De La Hoya. Arum wasn't happy and wouldn't pay up. So Mayweather paid the $750,000 exit fee in his contract to leave Top Rank. Mayweather then went on to promote his own fights, earning a percentage of every ticket, hot dog, and beer sold at the event, and most importantly, all pay-per-views sold. And just 1 year later in 2007, after leaving Top Rank, Mayweather made $25 million for his win against Oscar De La Hoya. Now that's what happens when you bet on your...
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has been connected to controversial cryptocurrency campaigns that reportedly left investors with significant losses. Even with ample personal wealth, he promoted digital coins that ultimately collapsed, leading to accusations of financial opportunism. These endorsements were substantial, with millions invested largely due to his association. The pattern indicates a readiness to back high-risk ventures for quick gain, seemingly without regard for the impact on his supporters or followers.
At one point, you were getting celebrity endorsements. One was DJ Khaled, hilarious, and Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
And he posted on his Instagram him taking this what do you call it? The Centra card?
Centra card.
The Centra cards. And going and purchasing something with his Bitcoin at a store.
Yeah.
He did that knowing that it didn't work.
Floyd Mayweather doesn't know anything about that's going on, really. So like
we all know that.
Yeah, yeah.
The guy can't read, and
Yeah.
How much did you guys pay him?
Like $1 million.
He took that knowing or not caring if it worked?
It was just knowing, not knowing, right? Like they didn't care. He does a million promotions like that. It was basically you speak to his manager.
Yeah.
He's like, this is Floyd's price. You send the money over.
Yeah.
The manager makes his little cut from it. And he just says, what do you want me to say? And what do you want me to do?
Okay.
Right. And you just basically give him his script and he just does it.
You'll see reports. You mentioned 100 million for Floyd. The reports are 130. First off, he's never gotten 100 million for a flight. Not even remotely close. But there's reports of 130. Wow. There's reports online that Floyd's a billionaire. There's reports that he was the highest paid athlete in this year over Cristiano Ronaldo.
You think it's bullshit?
I know it is. And there's public companies they do business with. HBO would be one of them. Find an executive to back the claim. It's never happened and it won't be.
And how do you know it's bullshit?
He makes very good money because I know the fight business. I've been in the fight business my whole life.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. regularly highlights enormous earnings from his bouts, often citing figures as high as $100 million in a single night. However, insiders in the boxing community have quietly questioned the accuracy of these claims. Without transparent financial details, such numbers may be intended more to showcase dominance than to reflect reality. While these bold statements make headlines, they can hurt credibility over time. Floyd consistently places himself at the top of boxing history, claiming few can rival his accomplishments. Confidence is natural for champions, but his constant self-promotion can irritate as much as it impresses. Instead of letting his record speak, he repeatedly reminds everyone of his greatness, which sometimes appears driven more by insecurity than pure self-belief, distancing as many people as it impresses.
Well, I think I'm separated now. I don't think there's no boxer in history that has accomplished what I've accomplished. Not bragging or boasting, just speaking the truth. I take my hat off to a lot of legendary champions, that paved the way for me to be where I'm at in the sport of boxing. But that was their era, and this is my era. I had a tremendous career. And we got young fighters that's on the rise, that's under our banner. The ultimate goal is to find the next Floyd Mayweather that can break my records.
So is Gervonta?
Among the various legal battles Floyd Mayweather Jr. has faced, one of the more unexpected involved unpaid jewelry bills. A jeweler based in Miami alleged that Floyd received high-value pieces without settling the payment. This isn't an isolated case. Despite flaunting millions in gems on social media, questions remain about why these invoices go unpaid. Such patterns reinforce the idea that his displayed wealth may not fully match reality. When challenged, Floyd frequently dismisses criticism as envy, a common tactic among public figures to sidestep accountability. However, this approach avoids addressing legitimate concerns. Not all criticism comes from hostility. Some arises from the gaps between his public image and private actions. Labeling every objection as jealousy serves as a deflection rather than a true explanation.
Always remember this. Jealousy, people jealous of you, comes with success. So anytime you're successful, people gonna be jealous of you. People not always gonna like you. It's the same thing like my job. I still go there and be at my best. If you're doing good, they got something to say. If you're doing bad, they got something to say. So do what makes you happy. Because you see this jet, you see this private jet that we own? I got it because I did what the fuck I wanted to do. I made over $1 billion. You know why? Because I did what the fuck I wanted to do. Do what the fuck you want to do.
And the only thing we can do is take one day at a time. You know, that's all we can do. No one is perfect. Every day we strive to be perfectionists, but no one is perfect. I make mistakes. I make mistakes. You know, I've said things that I shouldn't have said when I was younger. I've done things that I shouldn't have done when I was younger. I'm not perfect, but we live and we learn. That's a part of growing.
One of the most extreme amounts Floyd Mayweather Jr. has ever claimed to earn is $350 million in a single night. While theoretically possible, the absence of detailed financial records casts serious doubt on the figure. Even if accurate, such statements contribute more to legend building than actual transparency, enhancing his fame while inviting skepticism and criticism. Floyd's transformation from the pretty boy image to the brash, money-focused persona was deliberate, a rebranding that leveraged his confidence and aggressive style. However, the shift carried consequences. It elevated him to an iconic status, but also created relentless pressure to continuously demonstrate his wealth. The strategy succeeded commercially, yet it tied him to a public persona that constantly requires proof of financial dominance.
Oh, you got it? So they devised a plan. Go from pretty boy to money. See, pretty boy loved to throw hands, but money was a defensive specialist. In fact, he's easily considered as the greatest defensive boxer of all time. But that wasn't the only reason he changed his name. Look at that man's face. See, Mayweather was known to talk smack and aggravate people, but this made things even worse because now he's blocking and running away. So people was like, you doing all this talking, but you running. But as he's moving away, he's throwing in some hits here and there. And before you know it, when the fight's over, he lands so many more hits that he always wins. So people would always say, Mayweather, you boring. You not throwing hands for real. But his reply was always, nah, do something about it. So people lost it. They started paying to see him lose. But this strategy was none other than Muhammad Ali. He would talk so much trash that people would pay to see him lose. And they would get disappointed every time. So they would come back next time and spend some more money. But the only person winning is Muhammad Ali. So this turns Mayweather into one of the richest athletes of all time. Why? Because of his brittle hands.
If Floyd Mayweather Jr. were genuinely as financially secure as he portrays, he likely wouldn't engage in such risky business maneuvers. Claims of unpaid debts, questionable collaborations, and staged displays of wealth all point to deeper problems. His partnership with rapper Tyga and reports of extravagant purchases left unsettled add another layer of concern. These incidents are not isolated. They form a pattern that suggests his empire may be far more fragile than it appears on the surface.
This is how Floyd Mayweather and Tyga might get away without paying $4 million in jewelry. So a lot of wealthy people buy assets or luxury items under business entities. This allows them to pay less tax while also having protection against lawsuits personally. In this case, Tyga and Floyd used a watch broker and some upfront cash to make the deal go through. grew. But as the days passed, no payment was made on the balance that was due, and even their agent admitted they owed $4 million. So what these two did is they signed and paid using a business, and then before paying the full amount, gifted it to themselves on behalf of the business that bought it. Therefore, the broker can't go after Floyd or Tiger because they didn't buy it from them personally. A business that they may control bought it and then gifted it to them, but in this sense is completely separate. But what they did is how the rich get richer. Us in our daily lives have no protection from lawsuits, but as soon as you use a business, the laws completely change. So I'm not saying you should do this or that they'll even get away with this, but it's definitely an interesting way to get expensive jewelry cheap.
That wraps up today's video. Make sure to stay tuned for more, and we'll see you next time.